Okay, we got the Bulldogs and we got Collingwood. It is round 17, I think still. Yes, it is still round 17. This should be our only AFL game of the day. I know we had 3 yesterday. We had 3 games of AFL yesterday. A bit surprising, but it was good. It got better as we went on, so hopefully we can keep that momentum going. You know? It was coming with that. It will be... Oh, the wrong controllers. Wrong controllers, yes. It is... I'll get rid of that. It is... Bulldogs is player 1. It is Collingwood is player 2. The home team keeps getting the winner of the coin toss, which is a bit surprising. But, you know, it's kind of what happens, you know? What happens with it happens. And you just gotta go with it. But yes, yesterday was the day I seem to have finally understood that you can change tactics in game, which did provide, I think, things to be better. I do think it made things better. So it's Collingwood who get the first goal over here. This should be the only AFL game we play today. That's just with some other games we got around. It should be back to 2 tomorrow. That is the plan. Just with some other games I got going around. I had to finish up Alan Wake, starting Yakuza Kiwami today. It's just the one game today, okay, of the AFL, and then we get back into it. I do know that round 20 ended yesterday. Oh god, that was not the greatest round for me. Not the greatest of rounds for me results-wise overall. I mean, I had a couple of good things in there. It's fun. It's kind of fun when you have that's realizing that you're actually invested in every single game pretty much, and what the result's going to be. It was like I was very happy seeing Melbourne beat Richmond. That helped me on 2 different accounts. But we got our game over here. We got the Bulldogs. We got the Collingwoods. Coming into this game, coming into this round, I think Bulldogs were actually second on the ladder, and Collingwood are actually sitting last. So we'll see how things turn out here.
That's good work rate.
Get the kick out there.
Normally delivers.
There we go. Very nice. When I handball it over, you do. What's that with? This with Tom Mitchell. He gets it into the 50.
Deserves a goal. McRae tries to spike it out.
Oh!
Bad error there. Terrific.
Let's get rid of that one. Yes.
Gary.
Oh. Very interesting that I've had this happen before where I can be like feeling physically like really bad to a point, and like it's like I'm just looking for a way to like feel better, and I guess this like has to do with like how humans like would have been for I guess the longest time, you know, where it can actually feel good to me to sort of be laying on the ground, just lay on the ground. Whether it's on my side, on my back, on my front, it actually feels good, and having that like hard surface there, it actually works for me. And like, it made me want to like sleep on the floor. Like I know that the bed's like all comfy and everything, but I feel like I've had this happen before where I've had like physical issues where actually trying to like sleep on the floor actually would work.
Drop punt, and he has put it
I feel like there might just be some things where laying on a soft surface where it like takes your body in, where like your body's like sinking into it, actually can be a bad thing. Where like just having that hard surface, just laying on that, I can find it can feel really good. Can actually feel really good at times.
Is the target, and he marks.
He'll fancy his chances.
Got JJ here. He's got 8 goals for the season so far. Well done to you.
And he does.
Like I can remember. I'm not gonna say like what I had going on, but I had a time where I was feeling really bad. I can remember it vividly because my dad was going through, he was watching Walking Dead. He was going through like a rewatch. He was watching all the seasons. And I can remember he was actually on like season, like in the middle of season 3 or season 4. It was one or the other, and it's like I remember it vividly where it was like 12 a.m. and he was watching it, and I was just there, and I just wasn't feeling good. I just couldn't sleep, and then I went back to my room trying to fall asleep. I'm laying on a comfy bed, you know, trying to sleep, and it's just not working, and it's because of the comfiness. It's actually really bad. It actually was, I guess, accentuating, I think is the right word, the pain. And I just couldn't sleep, man. Like I was up the whole night. And it didn't, and it wasn't until the next night came around, like I stayed up the whole day, until I just thought, fuck, let me just like try and lay on the ground. And it ended up being so comfortable. It ended up being so good that I slept there for like a week. And with the way I'm feeling right now, I'm like, God, I kind of want to go back on the ground. Can't do that here. Not going to be doing that here. Like it's not at level of pain where I'm like, I absolutely need to go do that, but I just kind of want to. I just kind of want to again.
Just a question of whether the lead will be 6 points or 1.
Aimed in a bad place in the Reds, but it is a goal, so Collingwood get the 6-point lead here.
Good ball movement there, created that opportunity, and a cool finish as well.
So the underdogs throwing down the gauntlet. You can see their belief growing.
It's weird hearing Collingwood be referred to as the underdogs now. Kind of weird on that.
Nothing wrong with ambition, but you've got to know your limits.
Got to remember which controller is which team. With the English handball over, you got Ugelhagen.
In some space now.
Looking good. Yeah.
Finish he does.
2 scoring shots, 2 goals. He'll be happy.
Good match so far. Cameron with a deft.
What was I looking to say?
Terrific.
Oh yes, in our games yesterday, and it's kind of showing here a little bit. The goal kicking accuracy really picked up. Helped get some larger scores going around. Which it's so weird. Because it's like, because it's what's it like? It's
that should be picked off.
Like earlier in the season, it was kind of like decent in terms of like scoring. You'd have some big scores in there, and then like in the middle of the season, our scoring just dried up. Our ability to score by the team was just horrible. It just felt like it wasn't possible. And I guess it's picked back up, which is nice. A lot of accuracy over here.
It's a hot footy.
Holding the ball for real, wow.
Doesn't often waste it.
You can get rid of that. It does, but it's too late. It's called holding the ball.
Manages to find a teammate.
Might want to get rid of that again. Oh, Josh Dacos. The out of ball, yeah.
That's unfortunate. They were looking good until that moment.
They were. Handballs again.
Jones.
Who wants to get that? There's a Caleb Daniel. Little kick there.
Outbodies his opponent.
Handballs.
And took a ripper.
Well done.
Dishes it off.
Keep it going.
Running in support.
Goes with it. Bailey Smith.
He's been busy so far.
Yes. Although we got the handballs with Collingwood to keep it going. No.
He's lost it.
Okay. What else was I feel like I was going to mention something like Pokemon wise. It's interesting how things go where kind of not really into something much at all, and then because you kind of got a little something coming up, you're like, okay, let me like dive into this. Like I have a reason to go do this thing here, and so for the first time, I think it actually might have been the first time yesterday, I actually heard, even though it's like been going around longer, I heard Ash Ketchum's voice with the second voice actor. Like I don't think I'd really, like I think I would have had like, I might have heard it before, but I didn't like remember it, right, at all, because any Pokemon I would have like seen would have been Ash, with the original voice actor. And I was listening to it because I thought, well, I may as well like be Ash's last season and start watching that, and I immediately was like, oh god, no, like the whole look, the sound. I'm sure as I keep watching, I'll get used to it. But I'm like, oh god, no! Oh no!
Drops into the hole and marks.
There you are.
He's hard to beat one-on-one.
If he can nail this first shot at goal, he might just be in for a big day.
He has 18 on the season to this point. He gets another one here. Brings it back to 6 points. I was talking about the higher scoring.
One straight kick the difference. Cameron with the tap. Side bottom. Knew the tackle was coming.
Oh, that's that.
He's under close attention.
Oh, holding the ball, damn.
And gets the reward.
That's good vision.
Johannesson handball.
I don't think he meant to smother.
Yeah, that's not great. Could have been better.
He's wrapped up.
English.
English.
Where's that?
Met solid.
That is the Bulldogs.
Heat in this game. Cameron didn't
well done, little kick.
Dacos.
Who you got?
The ball just
yes.
in time. Smith read that one like a
oh, that's coming back.
Ignoring the corridor for now. Turned over on centre wing. That's a quality hand.
Over with Dacos.
Towards half forward with the kick. McStay.
Okay. Stays with Collingwood into the 50. Oh, they got plenty of peoples.
Great body work.
Yeah, they got plenty of peoples. Didn't get the goal though. He has 16 through the season up to this point. He's taking his sweet time, lining it up. Jamie Elliott on line, but not the distance. No mark. Oh. Okay then. With that, well done to Williams. Handball it back, but it's turned over. Yes. Oh. English. Kick that. Oh, that's not good kick. I want to just get it in. They can get the mark. They can get the lead. Oh. Over here. They're not going to get the score. It's going to be the end of the quarter here. Alright, so we'll be back up with the second quarter. There will be the Doggies with the 6 point lead. Okay, back with the second quarter here. Here's the Doggies with the 6 point lead over Collingwood. Yeah, it's so wild to me. They're still on the bottom. Still on the bottom over here. If they get a win, they get past a couple of teams, I think. But they've been struggling. They've been struggling to get that win. They've had a couple of unlucky stuff, but yeah, it's kind of wild. Especially with the percentage that it is. But let's just go off the Collingwood. There you go. Handball over. Well done. Comes inside. Got Crisp. From the 50 into the square. Marked. Well done.
He can put the finishing touch on a fine passage of play.
Yeah, he'll get this. He'll get this one. Maya Check gets his first for the game. And it brings it back level. I wonder what like people's thoughts on like aliens are, you know? Like I know that I don't know, I guess it's just on my mind a little bit. But I know there was like stuff in the US about it or whatever. Like non-human entities and stuff or whatever. You know, like I don't know what like the general consensus on like aliens are. Go over here. Like I can buy it, right? I think I can buy the idea of aliens, but it's like, but what does that mean? Like I wouldn't be surprised if people's first idea of aliens was just that it was like Asian people, right? And the reason I say that is because if you think of like the way aliens I think get drawn and their eyes, like isn't it kind of similar? Or is it just like, I don't know if it's like commonly similar, but I feel like it is. Could be wrong on that, but I was just like, because of the way that the eyes are, there's like maybe like when people were talking about aliens, because like, you know, like the idea of like how people can get called illegal aliens, right? So it could have just been like, oh my god, this person's an alien, and this isn't even a person. Originally it's like, oh my god, this is just an alien, and then like it took a whole journey of its own in terms of what people thought an alien was. Like I just wonder like what exactly the origination of it really would have been. Not necessarily just like what people would put out there as this is when it was originated, the idea of aliens and what they could look like. Because a lot of stuff from the past, they would have had one interpretation, and then the interpretation based on their understanding on the world and how things are. Very easy to imagine that they would have just been saying things that would have been wrong, but then the word themselves would have stuck around. But I always wonder if like Alien is just God, you know? Like that's kind of maybe where I'm at a little bit. Like I can imagine that aliens exist and UFOs are real, right? But that it's actually like the space, it's actually the ship, it's the plane that is used by people from heaven, right? And it's like Earth is just this, it's just this little creation, right? By these people from a place maybe called heaven, maybe, and that these little workers, they're just maintenance workers. They're just checking in on Earth, just making sure things are okay. You know, they gotta do a little maintenance here, gotta do a little thing there. Little kick over. It's gonna be a goal. There you go. Like I can buy that idea. And being like, yeah, I could see that being true.
Crisp is a clearance beast. Liberatore crunching.
Aliens are just like what we consider, what we call angels. But that's what they are.
It looks a well-oiled forward line.
Neither side's been able to establish any dominance so far. This is a
Mr. Ugelhagen. Mr. Ugelhagen.
Oh! Passage of play. That would have been a great team goal.
They're doing plenty right. Just not
okay,
it on the
got Mr. Dacos well on there. Out you go. Coming back. Oh, there's someone out there. And you go in. And it's the mark.
This is a big opportunity.
A straight kick here, and they'll be in front.
Yes, we'll see what he can get. Johannesson.
He's already got
yes, well done.
Now he's got
oh, crazy. I can remember the last season I had wasn't streamed or anything. This is for pre-streaming. I had a crazy thing where going into the last round, there were multiple teams that could have finished in the 8th. And it really came down to like the last... Oh, Johannesson again? Oh, he's posted it. I think it might have legitimately come to the last game. Oh, it was definitely the last... one of the last games at least. Where, oh, it was crazy because Johannesson had the ball and it was like the last kick of the game. Basically. Okay, handball over. Bailey Williams! Oh, he's missed. Where he had to snap it around and he ended up hitting the post, and because of it, Bulldogs ended up losing and they missed out on the finals. They came in 9th place, where had he kicked the goal, they would have been in. I think that's what I remember it being. It was kind of wild.
They'll compete inside the 50.
There you go.
Goes without it.
Yeah, he's dropped that.
It's a desperate
They're gonna be ball.
He couldn't get rid of it.
Oh, ball up. Okay.
The ball, but nothing doing. Rucks go at it. Fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal.
Oh, run controller. Not bad. There we go. Little kick here.
Can run and gun.
Clearly.
Is there to save the day.
Adams, he gets the handball away. Get it in.
Crisp with a little bit of time.
This is bueno.
Hurry kick goes very wide. The Pies moving the ball well. Who
they are.
Under that?
Who's got that? That is Bulldogs.
He's wrapped up.
Get it down there.
Should have done better. Dale with
no
the
mark.
fist. McRae, Liberatore, Keith.
Little kick over. You got Bontempelli.
The space and receives the footy.
Handballs it back. That's Bontempelli again. Oh. Play. That's not a good handball. Not a good handball. Oh, there's no one down there.
Terrific tackle.
There's no one there.
He stopped in his tracks.
There you go. Another handball. Oh, there was no one there, but Hoskin Elliott. Oh, he's missed.
Second goal today. It'll have to wait.
That's a poor kick.
He's off. Richards tasked with the kick in.
There you go.
Just to find a teammate, and they're away.
And it's not coming back.
Keen to get the
handball over.
Incisive handball. That's good aggressive footy.
Come to it. Dacos, get the kick.
Give them some drive off
the game's looking very open right now.
Smith.
I feel like that's going to lead to more scoring. We'll see. I'd imagine so. Bring it back in.
Liberatore.
Bontempelli from just inside the 50. That's offline, I think.
He's got the distance, but not the accuracy.
They're missing some opportunities, and it could really come back to bite.
Oh no, that's not good. Bailey Smith.
What's he doing?
Go for goal. Oh, can you get the mark? Yes.
Marks and will surely convert.
From point blank range.
There you go. I just couldn't be bothered with his run up. I could not be bothered going with his run up there.
Points the difference. The big men fly. Bontempelli, Treloar.
Oh, that's ball. Gotta be. Yeah.
That's holding the footy.
Holding the footy.
Keeps it low. Ginnivan.
Handballs.
Adams.
Kick it down. My check fee, whoever that is.
Good disciplined defense.
Comes with Bulldogs.
Can he mop up?
Oh, Eddie, get that.
Richards. Not a lot of space
to
work with. That could be a goal.
What's happening? Ball up, okay.
A few hearts in mouths for a moment or two.
Yep.
English wins it down. McRae in the back pocket.
Oh!
Pass cut off.
That was dangerous. Oh, they got away with it.
Great defense.
They get away with it. It's the guard in there.
In the clear. They're moving the footy well here.
Who's got that one? That is Bonte!
That's a bruising tackle.
Okay then. Keep it going. Yes, with Treloar. And a kick down.
Good kick. Jones. Can they get another one? Low is the man on the spot and is marked.
Kicking at his first.
Okay, he has 7 disposals up to this point. He has no goals. 11-point game. He gets the goal. Go to 17. It's on 9. And it's good.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
Okay then. Who wants to get that one? That's Old Dog. That is okay, that's with Collingwood here. Get the handballs away. Yes. Oh, that's out the full. Yeah. Yep.
Lets him down.
It's interesting to me. Now, I am go over this. Yes. I noticed that usually, as I'm going through things, I usually am able to think of something to talk about. But I guess because what I've been looking at, I think I've hit one of those moments where I'll have times where I'm very interested in wanting to look up stuff of, I guess, like the word I use is substance, where it's like different topics that people would be like, oh, serious in nature, not like they go a bit deeper in terms of where you have to think and view things and where it like reflects on yourself. Like I like the idea of doing it, and I've mentioned this, but like I struggle to have it lost. I struggle for it to actually like law. And like in theory, I would like it to last a bit more, but in practice, if you give me a little purpose that involves just watching Pokemon stuff, it's gonna be easy for me to just want to like focus on that. Though it's gonna be easy for me to do that. Where I don't want to just be here talking about Pokemon stuff all the time. Like, oh yeah, I saw this Pokemon video, but it's kind of all I'm at. Like, I'm trying to work out how to like learn stuff with it for a thing coming up. But then once that thing's done, I don't know that I'm gonna be around being like, oh yeah, let me go and let me go and keep up with it. Let me go play some Pokemon games. I'm not sure that I'm gonna be doing that, you know. But that's gonna be it here. That's gonna be halftime. It's gonna be doggies up. They increased their lead by another goal. It is 12 points, and we'll be back with the second half to see how things turn out. Into the third quarter here. It is Dogs with a 12-point lead. Nice little close game we got going on. We'll see if things continue. If one of the teams can take the lead, can take the game, and just destroy. And just okay. The only reason they didn't get stuff going there was I was pressing wrong controllers. Nico Hagen, there we go. It was coming. It was coming. Don't ever just look at your phone and realize that you barely use any of the apps that are just in its place. Like I remember, like I was just looking at it and I can't even tell you what shit on there was. Like there was some sort of clock thing on there. I don't know. There's other stuff. I'm like, I never even gone and just pressed these buttons to go check out what's going on here.
Takes an excellent
New.
grab. Pendlebury.
Keep it going.
It's
No.
a tough game.
Also, isn't it like a thing that happens with,
Not gonna get it.
because I had, what is it?
English
I guess an
showing his
iPod
skills.
Touch.
He's caught. Trelaw.
I think I took, I think that's what it is.
Slick hands. Baker.
Where like,
Long.
but that was like
ball
pre
towards
me
half
feeling
forward.
any sort of a need to get a phone.
Are
Like,
playing
it took me so long
I've
to actually
lost
feel
his
the
game
need to get a
today.
phone.
Chris
Um,
making his claim for the Golden Fist Award.
That I was just like, but it's I feel like it's a thing where the apps you get on the stuff, like, is there, I never really checked this, so like my memory on it isn't great, but like automatically would update, and then because the update happened, I like no longer play like the games I had on it, because I used to play like puzzle games quite a lot, and then like the games would update, and it got to a point where then they were unusable. I think because of an update or something.
Looking to get it forward quickly.
And it sucked where it's like, sometimes the thing to do is you don't update the thing. Sometimes you gotta not update the thing, but
mops that one up.
yeah, doing like little puzzles and stuff, that was kind of cool. Little sliding ones, we'll just place the pieces in there.
Come back to bite.
Ball up, okay.
Appeal for a free kick, but we'll have a stoppage. English, the winner there.
English.
He ran into a brick
He's
wall.
no. Who's got that? That's McRae. Over with someone. Who goes English? That's oh, he's taken.
He's besieged.
That is a ball up
The
now.
umpire
Okay.
says he had no prior. English.
Free goal game.
Tap.
It was English.
Good
English
tap.
again.
That's sloppy.
There's
play.
Bontempelli. Oh.
Closed him down. Turned over.
Okay then, that's a ball up. Inside the Bulldogs 50, there's English again. Usually, it's still continued where one of the ruckmen always gets the domination on the other one. That has continued pretty much every single game this year. But when it like comes to like my Brownlow stuff, once I realized that I did start taking that into account to sort of almost like nerf some of the ruckmen that were incredibly dominating Brownlow wise. I'm not gonna say like I haven't checked who's in the lead or what like the margins on it all are, and I don't want to check that until it's like at the end of the season, you know, just like a regular Brownlow. But Chris Rowe. But I do imagine that quite a few of the ruckmen, I expect them to be at the top, just because things have been set up, things game-wise actually really set up for them to do well. Go again? And again? Oh, what the hell just happened there?
You can't question his commitment.
Oh, he's taken Bontempelli. Oh, that's out in the full.
That's a shocker.
Yeah, that's not good. Not very good. Kick it over here, sir. McCleary. I just wonder, like, what an interesting thing to learn would be that isn't just entertainment stuff based, you know? Or like doesn't feel like I'm just at like a base, at like a surface level stuff, because while learning that Pokemon worked, because I have something coming up, it worked. At the same time, it still feels like surface level, where when I think of things overall, I'm like, what is like the overall value of this? But at the same time, that requires like a standard, like to have a value of something. Like I can have feelings of like, man, like my whole reason for doing it is like, oh, there's like a Pokemon event somewhere, and I can be looking to go to that, and by going to that thing, like what's my reason for it? It's I'm just like, oh my god, I might be able to meet a girl, right? Like that's what's in my mind on it. It's like, so when that thing comes up, what am I gonna do? You know? Am I gonna keep with the Pokemon? Maybe, because like there are times where it can actually be interesting. But I also see in myself, if I like pick something up and I get very interested by it, I've sort of learned I almost have to like go into it completely, because at some point I'm going to like
Not sure who that was meant for.
go off it. Like I'm just gonna, it's just gonna end up passing by, and then it'll be and then it'll take a long time before I come back around to it.
Good ruck work. Bontempelli. Will the umpire pluck a free kick? McRae.
So it's like I can see the value in my head of where it's like, oh, the reason I'm valuing learning about Pokemon is that it could be something that is like romantically valuable, has potential romantic value, like a month from now or something. But then once that passes, am I going to keep going with it? What am I going to be looking at? What am I going to be considering value to my life?
They can smell victory. Ugelhagen. Johannesson.
You get the goal? Oh, that's offline. Doesn't actually score.
The Pies have got lucky there. Brings it out.
They have.
Maynard with a chance to relieve
into the middle.
Doesn't often waste it.
This lob. Handball. Oh, God, not good. There you go. Who has that? Right in the middle. I think that's Cameron.
Cameron.
Yep.
Some people can't kick that far.
Some people can't kick that far. You call those people babies.
Nothing wrong with ambition.
You call those people babies.
The Pies forcing them out wide.
Oh, that's actually a decent spoil.
Looking to pick
and that one's going to be coming back. Oh, don't know why you didn't just mark it. It's going to probably going to cost Bulldogs something. Just a point.
They did well.
It just costs them a point.
But the inability to convert really let them down.
Goes long from the kick in.
Nice. Nice little mark. Handball it over.
McRae is released by the handball. The Dogs playing like winners. Jones.
Yep.
Long.
Another little kick.
Can he hit it?
Hold on.
Williams in the clear and marks uncontested.
This would give him a shot of confidence.
Bailey Williams gets the goal, yes. And he pushes it to 23. I think this actually might be the biggest lead of the game so far.
Well, they weren't concerned before. They should be now.
If the Collingwood's handball it. No. Yes. Who are we coming with? Little kick over here.
Can he find a teammate? Duray dishes it off.
I have like a little bit of interest in trying to learn about like history of like credit cards, of like how of banks and how banks started and everything, because I know that I guess it's like history stuff. Like I always say, in theory, history is very interesting to learn about, because it's like, how did we get to? Because like we get born and we're just like, okay, this is what things are. These are just things that just get considered normal. And then if you like go and ask something, the person you're asking probably doesn't know the answer. So they're just gonna be like, oh well, it's just the way it is. And just kind of leave it like that, and it's like kind of like a stomping on your curiosity a little bit, I guess, because they can't answer the question themselves.
Takes it on the halfback flank.
But there is a curiosity to learning history on that, on money and stuff, because it's like, for us to be where we're at now, it has to have come from somewhere. Everything has steps to it.
Charges onto it. McCreary is cool under pressure.
Gone out of there. Who's got that? Oh, it's Bulldogs again.
Runs onto it.
But there's so much time in a day, you know. Oh crap! There's only so much time in a day. How are you going to get around to learning everything you have interest in? You're not. And then you go and spend time on one thing, and it's sending you backwards on another, you know.
Outbodies his opponent and took a ripper.
To really stamp some authority on this match.
Push it past 30. Come on now. We've got one. Rory Lobb gets the goal.
And he's buried that one.
Pushes the margin out. Oh, it only pushed it to 29. Didn't go past 30. Okay.
English had his measure today.
English.
Read it well.
Mr. Smith.
It's a poor entry.
Okay.
A waste, really. Ignoring the
Can they get that mark? But they should have been able to get that. They don't.
McRae, a model of consistency. That's
yes, there's Johannesson. Gets it back to McRae.
What a hand pass.
Over to Scott.
Their ball movement has been impressive.
They're coming back in here.
Smith.
They're coming back in here. Rory Lobb.
Has
Well, I was saying, could one of the teams take the game by the horns, put some domination on? It's looking like the Doggies are looking to do just that right here. They get another goal. And now it's over 30, under a minute to go in the third quarter here.
Got the handball away.
Go there.
Adams, Cameron,
handballs.
Elliott.
Into the 50. Can they get the mark?
That
no.
Play promise more. They'll be disappointed. Scott working hard and being rewarded. It's a bad mistake.
Gotta kick it in. Can they get the mark?
So far.
No.
Cox cannot
Brooks.
Well done.
Kick it.
This would be a
he's posted it. He has posted it. And it's going to be the end of the quarter here. Oh. Lucky for the Dogs there. But they've increased their lead. They've pushed it to 34. And we'll be back in a moment. See how the last quarter goes. Final quarter. Dougie's got a 34-point lead on their hands. Let me try and move around. Try and change some stuff for Collingwood, see what it really does for him, tactics-wise. You gotta change the tactics if Collingwood are coming back into it. They gotta go. And they started off decent. Oh! Started off very well. They get a goal in there.
Better ball movement on that occasion allowed them to open up that opportunity in front of goal.
And another handball. Oh! What's that with? Bulldogs. Keep it going.
The Dogs are good with their
Dacos. Handball.
in the way.
Another one.
Under pressure. Elliott just shoveled it.
Coming with that. Oh, Josh Dacos.
Takes the responsibility.
Nice quick start for Collingwood here. Nice quick start. Brings it back to 22. 2 goals there.
No, they've been giving them way too much space.
The Pies have scored the first 2 of the quarter, and there have certainly been better signs for them. It's no.
I thought they were about to get the mark there. Oh, they were about to get the mark there too. Because the little chip was on. It was going right to him.
That's a good option.
Is that going to stay in?
The kick is wide and out of bounds.
Yeah, that ends up being a very good kick, I think.
The Pies have only got 2 problems. They're not winning enough ball.
But like, it was okay.
Well when they do.
Cameron, the winner there.
Oh, no one's over there. No one's over there. Y'all ever hear shit about like enlightened people and stuff? And it's funny because it's like the idea of what's his name?
Pendlebury, Cameron.
It was like Buddha. It wasn't Buddha. Was it Buddha? Why have I just forgotten his name? It was like the dude. He was like a prince. I think it's Buddha. Is it Buddha?
His field kicking is normally first.
But no, he was a prince in India or whatever. And then is it Buddha? I'm just gonna fucking look it up. Is it Buddha?
What are your thoughts, Gaz?
Both coaches
Did I just look it up right now?
about how easily the opposition midfielders are moving the footy at times.
Okay.
Smith, he'll feel that one.
Just get it. Keep going with the Bulldogs. Little kick there.
So influential today. Williams. They'll contest in the
Is it
centre
Buddha?
square. Smith managed to get out despite the tackle. Richards.
Little kick on. Who's coming to get that? That's over here with Williams. Okay, right into the middle. Bulldogs got numbers. Yeah. Bontempelli over to Aaron Norton. I mean, dude takes his time, so. Okay then. Oh my god, as I'm looking at Buddha and I see in like the people also search for, I saw the Dalai Lama. And I got like an immediate like disgusting feeling in my head remembering him like kissing the kid.
With a steadying goal. The big men fly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Buddha because it's the enlightenment of the Buddha because he was a dude who was like trying to find enlightenment and stuff, and then like he quit because he's like, oh, it's like bullshit, whatever, this doesn't do any stuff, and then it's like at the moment, and then it was like at the time he like gave it up, then he was like, oh my god, now I'm enlightened and stuff, it just requires not giving any fucks whatsoever, which is like, look, there's like a whole thing of like the whole enlightenment, easier to get it once you get rich, once you get money, because it's like now that you've gone and you've gotten all this material stuff, now give it away, now just like give it up, you know, now that you've got it up, you have to be willing to say that it's not worth anything. Does that mean it's harder? Does that mean poor people can't be enlightened? Kind of, yes. Poor people can't be enlightened. It's only a rich person's thing. To be truly enlightened, you can only be rich. Oh, so here. So money actually buys happiness? It can buy contentment eventually if you get rid of it. I know that's probably not like what they say overall, but kind of, right? Get rid of this, because you see the whole thing of like, oh, I really cared about getting money, and then once I got the money, then I saw it didn't actually matter. The car was just a possession, but this thing is just a possession. That money itself is just a possession, like literally this physical thing, even on our credit cards, it's just a possession that we use. It's like, sure, you know? But even like the people who claim they're enlightened, that we go around and be like, oh, this person's enlightened, I still think that's BS. Because you always have to have a stand, you know? Because to truly not care about anything would mean you'd have to not have any standard on how to live whatsoever. You have to have no standard anymore. The moment you have a standard, so like, because if you say, oh, you have to give away material stuff, you're not enlightened. Because you're putting a value on it, right? Like, to say something, say having lots of money is something you have to get rid of, that it means it's invaluable, that still requires putting a value on something.
That's an aggressive handball.
Oh. Which defeats the whole purpose of giving it away.
Can keep it moving. Probing ball.
We go for COL, handball it back. Gardner.
Sets up a foot race. Johannesson.
Kicks in there. Who's coming to get that?
Wins it back. Great mark. Can they
it's like, oh my god, you don't care about stuff? Then maybe you should just stop eating. Just stop eating, bro. Why don't you just finish it all? Why do you keep going? What you care about? No, over this way. Clearly, I think like the idea, I would have to look this up again, but I'm sure that it would be like stuff, oh yes, you have to get rid of these material stuff and whatever, and peace and shit, but then you still have like responsibilities. There are things that are still considered responsibilities. It's like, boom, there it is. That's like the moment where it all breaks. Like, to truly say like things like, because if that's actually there, that the moment that you feel like something is a responsibility is the moment you're putting value on things, which breaks the whole idea in the first place. Because if you keep it, then you're just saying like, oh, let's just change what we think is valuable, rather than getting rid of value itself. You're still playing the game, you know? You just flip the coin the other side. The other side, but kept the coin.
Well, that's not like him.
20-point game.
Mitchell on a lead.
Can I get the mark?
Look to be coming home strong. Hoskin Elliott wrapped up.
Ball up. So it's still possible for Collingwood to come back. Only 20 points.
English
again.
Smith, no easy exit.
There'll be a ball up.
Got another stoppage.
But it's something that I find difficult. Where it's like the learn to not give a fuck. Like even the book, like the dude who wrote the book of the subtle art of not giving a fuck, still basically says to give a fuck. You know? It's just, oh, just give a fuck about things that are important. And it's like, how are you meant to define what's important, right? And it's like, well, it's these things. And it's like, well, I disagree. And it's like, well, you know, it's like it's not even giving a fuck. It's just changing what you give a fuck about. So it's like this. Go over that. Yes. Like I noticed that wherever people say to give a fuck, it's like, oh, you're telling me to give a fuck and stuff. Like, oh, I'm telling you to not give a fuck. It's like, oh, you're telling me to not care. It's like, well, actually, no, you're not. They're just trying to rewire what you care about to suit themselves in the way they view the world.
They're within striking distance, but they'll need to do a lot right from here.
Collingwood again, getting into the 50. Can they get the mark? No. Who's that with? Oh.
Dangerous place to turn it.
Yes.
Hoskin Elliott marks. That's hard to stop.
Snap around, I think. Hanging out here. Will Hoskin Elliott gets the goal. Brings it to 8 points. I'm actually a little surprised if they've actually been bringing it back.
The two big men do battle. Smith.
Who's got that?
A lot of space to work with. Dale, the pressure is fierce. They've coughed it up. Elliott.
Who's that with?
Heads
They're online?
towards goal.
Oh, he's missed.
He's got the distance.
Oh, he's missed.
Not the accuracy.
That was a promising build-up and deserved a better finish.
Eddie Richards.
Richards goes towards half.
That's 2 on 1.
Generosity is a wonderful
Coming in.
but not on a
Oh, they got the
football
numbers.
field.
They got the numbers on it.
That's
Wow.
gallant. That's almost worth a kick. Dale can run and carry. Gardner pushes in
Handball it over.
and receives the footy. The Dogs.
That's a nice one.
Drilled. This is good.
Keep
ball
it going.
movement. Keeps it low.
Handball?
Johannesson. Clever
Yes.
handball. Dale
5 minutes
keeps
to
it
go.
low.
With
Long.
Rory Lobb
Might be just
into the
outside his
50.
range. They've got time to put the kettle on.
And it's marked by
Wins the
Dacos.
contest and can relieve the pressure.
Okay, that's a good kick. That's a very good kick.
Elliott had his name written.
Oh,
all
still
over.
going.
They're moving the footy well here.
Cox.
Looking kick. McCreary.
Not 15. Not 15. Wow. And it's Cole holding the ball. That is unfortunate for Collingwood.
The Pies guarding the corridor. Baker gathers on the half volley. He'll
Oh.
work all day.
Okay, that one's coming back. Handball it backwards over the corner.
They'll sweep this ball forward. Pendlebury.
Handball in.
Vision there.
We've got Dacos. Gets the kick away into the 50.
Defenders will be nervous,
And it's
the
marked
kick
by
inside
Lobb.
50 lets them down.
Good mark.
Scott.
Into the middle.
That's skillful. English. He
English.
doesn't waste many. Duray.
Oh.
Is anyone home?
Handball's over. Oh,
Good
didn't
hand.
get that. Bailey Smith. No, he doesn't get rid of it.
Ball's coming.
Oh, holding the ball. Wow, okay.
Comes up, it could have been a shot on goal.
1-on-1
It's
here.
a long ball. Richards.
Oh, good
takes
mark.
an excellent
Good
grab.
mark, Eddie Richards.
The Pies have denied
Not 15.
them the corridor. They've put themselves under pressure. He's
2 minutes.
high.
2 minutes.
Good disciplined defence. Elliott.
Elliott. Oh, that's
That's
full.
not his best effort.
How
Oh, wow.
Space is hard to come by.
Clever kick.
There you go.
Dale, all on his own.
Handball
Gets
it.
the handball away.
And the little
The
kick.
Dogs should be able to clear now. Bontempelli.
Handball that one over.
This might be a chance for the high fly.
Who's got that? Oh,
They could be
go.
vulnerable here.
I think that was Jeremy Howe.
Just has to hit a target.
And it's a mark.
His opponent and took
Big
it.
mark. Can he get the goal though?
To be efficient in front of goal. especially
Voting
when
Maya
you're on the
check.
scoreboard.
1 minute to go. Gonna need the goal here. That's online.
He doesn't
And it's
miss.
good.
And that is no exception.
And it is good.
They want the ball in his hands.
199.
Wins it today. What a game.
58 seconds.
Cameron wins it out of the centre. De Goey runs onto it. He'll be sore.
Cox.
Cox. Will the umpire pluck
The
up
kick?
He's normally
No.
good on his non-preferred. Jones with the.
I was having a problem. I couldn't work out which team was which controller. Oh, that's a good mark.
It's a big grab.
Bontempelli, it was such a big. And the Dogs are going to be home. They're in the clear.
Picking their way through.
Bontempelli.
The Dogs. But they've emerged triumphant. The pressure-
Oh, man.
That brings
Collingwood were pushing hard. They were pushing hard. They were trying.
Again soon.
They couldn't get it done. It was 4 goals for Myercheck, 4 goals for Ugelhagen. Bontempelli had 47 for the Dogs. Actually, it was best by 12. It was English at 35. Josh Dacos had 32. He was the most for Collingwood. Bont was the most with the mark. De Goey and side bottom had the most tackles. 9 for De Goey, 8 for side bottom. And it was the Doggies getting up. Ugelhagen with 4. Bontempelli with 47. Collingwood made the late push, but Doggies held on. The 1-point win, 100 to 99.